Remember what God says in Matthew 6, verse 8. Do not be like them, for your Father knows what you need before you ask me. In this verse is encapsulated all the love that God has for us. Trust in Him, for He alone knows the exact moment to give you what you need. Remember, what you need rarely aligns with what you want. Every difficulty is a gift, as it compels you to improve and take a new step towards Him. May you, at every step, feel on your shoulder His hand guiding you.
What you believe is what you're going to talk, good or bad, negative or positive. Whatever's in your heart in abundance is going to come out of your mouth. And usually what's coming out of your heart in abundance and coming out of your mouth represents what you believe. If you believe you're going to lose everything, you probably will. If you believe you're going to lose your job, you probably will. If you go around talking all the time, things are getting worse, they will. I don't talk that. I know a bunch of you have learned better than to talk that way too. Thou art snared by the words of your mouth. So notice Paul says, I believed, therefore have I spoken. In other words, he says, what I believe, I talk. And that's true with everybody in this room. What you truly believe is what you're talking. And if you truly believe it, you're talking it all the time. Brother Hagin used to say, I don't have to spend a month with people to find out where they are spiritually. 5 minutes I can locate them. Now what's coming out of their mouth?
Isn't it interesting that no matter how many times God has shown up in your life, no matter how many times God has done a miraculous thing and how He's provided, still when we get to a new situation, we're like, God, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if you're going to provide this time. Have you ever thought that? Have you forgotten how many times God has provided before? Have you forgotten what God has done? Did you ever write that down? When you feel like you're in a new season? Like I said, maybe you're in a season of dryness right now and you're like, God, I used to have an overflow. Yeah, who brought you the overflow? God brought you the overflow. But maybe you relied on the gifts more than you relied on God. So in the dryness, He's still teaching you how to rely on Him. And He will still give you what you need. Meaning if He did it before, He can do it again. But He does things in new ways to teach you new lessons.
Psalm 16:8 says, I know the Lord is always with me. I will not be shaken, for He is right beside me. And what a comfort that is. I mean, it doesn't say if or I think He is. It says, I know. Do you know today that He is with you? You just simply need to say, Lord, I need you. And He is there to go through every situation with you. And it doesn't say, I know He's with me because I've done this good, or I showed up on church on Sunday, or I spent an hour in the Bible this morning. No, it just says, I know He is with me. It's not based on if we're good enough, or if our performance is good, or if we're being the best Christian out there. No, it doesn't say that. It just simply says, I know the Lord is with me. If we seek, we shall find. If we ask, He will answer. If we say, Lord, I need you, He is there with us. Nothing can separate us from His love. So know today, no matter what you're going through, know that you know that you know that He is with you through every situation, every step of the way. He is for you. He loves you. So remember that today.
Now, the Bible calls the preaching of the gospel foolishness to those that perish. It's foolish. You say, how can you be talking about something that happened 2,000 years ago that could affect me today in my life? That's what the devil is going to say to you. That's what he wants you to believe. He's got a veil over your mind. And your mind cannot see spiritual things or understand spiritual things until the Spirit of God comes and opens it.